and gentlemen, for those who don't know me, let me introduce me to themselves. I am Chinmay Pense, studying in class 10 Tech in Prodigy Public School, is here to explain your topic that is effects of floods on the wetlands. We know that it has caused the intense damage over the world and its economy. Let's move ahead without wasting the time. So, firstly, I did like to tell you about what we are gonna do in this session. So, firstly, we will talk about what are wetlands. Then, we will talk about recent floods in India. Then, recent floods all over the globe. Then, social effect of floods on wetlands. Then, economic effects of floods on wetlands and steps taken for the uh, avoiding floods on wetlands. Finally, we will move towards the conclusion and end our session. So let's start with the part that is what are wetlands. So a wetland is a distinct ecosystem that is flooded by water, either permanently or seasonally, where oxygen free processes prevail. So here you can see that it is the definition of the wetland. Then they are mostly found near to the major rivers and the seas. And next point, they are also referred as marshy areas. Then the soil is fertile, which makes it suitable for agriculture. During the rainy seasons, the land has a high threat to the floods. It's a it's a con of the wetlands, and you can see here that the wetland region all over the globe, the most wetlands are there in the United Kingdom. So, if we take the examples, they are East Kolkata wetlands, Nandur Madhumeshwar, Koila Dev, Patanal, which is in Brazil, and Camargue, which is in France. And there are many more wetlands in this world. You can observe it in this figure. And let's move ahead to the recent floods in India. This year, the floods have caused a huge damage all over the country. If we talk about the regions, they are Maharashtra, Assam, Odisha, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, etc. We can also observe that they are mostly the wetland regions, and these floods are caused by the rivers which are considered as the major rivers like Brahmaputra, Indus, Mahanadi, Wainganga, it is in Nagpur region, Ganges, etc. Uh, so now if we move towards the globe, we can see that this year floods came in India, Bangladesh, China, Vietnam, Pakistan, Indonesia, Egypt, Thailand, and many other countries. You can see here that this is the flood exposure all over the world. Here you can see that Thailand is marked with red, then here the Nile region is marked with red, even Nepal is marked with red. Also the western Brazil region is also marked with red, which has 1 to okay, let it be a high exposure of the floods. And the floods of wetlands in China, we may have heard in the news recently in the Wuhan region. Then in India, in the central region of Chota Nagpur and all, then Egypt and Nigeria, especially in the Nile region, Thailand, the coastal areas, have caused immense damage all over the economies and the countries. Now, let's move ahead to the social effects of floods on wetlands. The wetlands are one of the most affected regions by the floods. People suffer from the various losses of property, money, etc. They also lose their contact with their friends and relatives because due to the floods, everyone gets scattered here and there, so they lose their contacts. Then, uh, and many times they need to suffer grief of sorrow due to death of their near and dear. The farmers lose their yield, which makes them starve for the year. We know that particularly in the Indian region, the farmers cultivate once in the year and and re, and and fulfill their needs by its profit all over the year. Then the land in turn now uncultivable because the floods cause a huge damage on the soil. It makes the soil to be saline and not suitable for the plants, so they can also now not do the agriculture again there. Then several towns and villages lose their contact through telephones, internet, etc. We know that many cables and the internet towers get broken due to this. So the contact from the virtual devices is also stopped now. Then bridges and roads gets devastated, which makes several regions scarce of food. Since the bridges and roads get broken, the food which is imported from the other regions cannot be reached there, so they also face the scarcity of the food. Then the livestock is also affected. The local government becomes unable to control these areas as no one can control when there is an deadly situation. Here you can see that people are moving here and there, no control is there. Then we will move towards the economic effects of floods on wetlands. So we can find that since the crop is not of any use, there is no income for the farmers. They will now need to take several loans. uh, in the village region they mostly take the loans from the local money lenders, which charge a high amount of interest on it, so they may also get bankrupted by this. Again, laborers will get displaced and they will need to find new work. We know that in this unemployment and the COVID situation, laborers are already finding difficult to get new jobs. So how can they get by these floods? It's a problem or a problem. Again, the youth will find it difficult to get the jobs and earn money. Then it will lead to sudden increase in the unemployment and poverty. As food will become scarce, malnutrition in the people and the children will also increase. Even many students will need to leave their school as they can't reach the regions where there are schools. It will affect the HDI or the Human Development Index of the country. Even the GDP of the country, which is the gross domestic product of the country, will lower down. Again, the country may also be considered as poor ones and as the development becomes slow. So, as they have caused many effects which is not good for the society, steps should be taken for preventing the floods. For wetlands, UNESCO has made Ramsar Convention which tries to avoid this. You can see that these are the Ramsar sites in India. Not all are there, but many of them are there. So, the government of India takes several measures for it. For example, making barriers near the rivers, making correct rain prediction, making lakes near the rivers, etc. We know that if we make lakes near the rivers, which are joined to the rivers, they may collect the extra water from there. Again, the people are to be informed about the upcoming flood so that they can take away their valuables, documents, etc. at the correct times. Means there are many things that should be there with them. So if they get displaced, they will at least have some property in their hand. Then now as we are moving towards the end of this session, let's look after the key points which we have seen and get concluded by this session. So here key points are given, that are: wetlands are the valuable lands which are to be saved from the calamities like floods. Not only floods, but from all the calamities like famines, then forest fires, etc. Floods will occur all over the world. We humans can't prevent these floods because it's a natural thing, and we can't prevent this temper of nature. Then floods affect the wetlands both socially and economically. We have seen this earlier. Then governments and various institutions takes care of it. We know that now many institution have came forward for this so that they can help these people. And even we have seen that the army and the NDRF people have gone there for the rescuing the flood affected peoples. So government has a big hand here. Next, now as now I am feeling sorry to say you that we have now reached the end of the session. We will meet again definitely. I will like to share my thoughts with you. Uh, so please like, share and comment my video. Thanks for watching.